Shalom, shalom. One moment. Sounds good. So let's get this started. One moment. One moment. All right. All right. Shalom, shalom. Okay, this is your brother Zakaria Allah. All right, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The body of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for laying the spirit upon me. All right, once again to come out here and preach this beautiful gospel to the four winds. Okay, to prophesy the downfall, the destruction of this wicked kingdom. All right, known as America in the scriptures, prophetically known as Babylon the Great. All right. And before I get started with this camp, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors into the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom I've grown in this truth under. All right, shalom to the Yakim out there that's pushing the truth, is laboring in the word, and is pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's going to come. All right, shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. All right, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, to the line of your fathers. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. Okay, and just going into news, what I'm saying, going into prophecy. All right, these devils are making their move, man. All right, these devils are making their move. What I'm saying? We have to be wise, we have to be circumspect, what I'm saying? We have to be consciously aware of the things that's happening all around us, man. All right. And this is why you see the brotherhood, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down, constantly going into the news, what I'm saying? Because the news correlates with prophecy. All right, that's how you keep on your watch. That's how you continue to remain abreast of the events that's happening. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, one of the things that we saw recently as of late, you know what I'm saying, there's literally legislation. All right, literally there's legislation that's being pushed. All right, that's being considered, I should say, in in the UK. All right, in the UK, to do what? To stop, street preaching. You know what I'm saying? To stop street preaching. You know what I'm saying? To end the ministry. All right, because let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? The language that's used, in the writings, you know what I'm saying, that's being considered for legislation. All right, it's talking about, it says Christians. All right, it says Christians, you know what I'm saying, praying for people, you know what I'm saying, even with their consent and whatnot. All right, but let's be honest here, let's be real. All right, none of that stuff is talking about these Christians, man. You see what I'm saying? Because these Christians aren't going out there in the highways and hedges like that. You know what I'm saying? These Christians ain't putting their lives on the line like that. You know what I'm saying? The way that we're doing. You see what I'm saying? This is talking about the prophets. All right, this is talking about the prophets. It's speaking about the men that's standing up and defending the gospel. You see what I'm saying? All right, beginning with our apostles, the bishops on down, man. See what I'm saying? And that's that that's the prophecy that's written of in Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It's also written of in the book of Second Esdras. Matter of fact, let's go to Second Esdras. All right, bear with me. All right, this is the book of Second Esdras chapter 5. Second Esdras chapter 5 and verse 9. Let's start at verse 8. It reads, there shall be confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and mistress women shall bring forth monsters, and salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chambers. All right, it's talking about the time of the destruction, man. When Jacob's trouble is in full effect. All right, there won't be any of this talk. See what I'm saying? There won't be any more of the prophets that's prophesying, that's out here reaching. You see what I'm saying? That's making their voices heard. You see what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say. All right, the scriptures say in uh 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 Slakia. I forget where the scripture is, but it says wisdom cries throughout the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let me see if I can get that real quick. I'm gonna look that up real quick. All right, she utters her voice in the streets. Let's go ahead. I think it's in Proverbs. All right, so let's look this up. Yep, Khan. This is Proverbs chapter 1. Yeah, I was right. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20 says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. All right, she uttereth her voice in the streets. It says, she crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. All right. And we're in those times where the crying is ceasing. See what I'm saying? Because all of those that's listening to the words of the prophets, you know what I'm saying, the men that's sighing and crying, all right, they've been given that thawah. You see what I'm saying? They've been given that mark of exemption. They're being sealed right now. You see what I'm saying? Those that believe, those that's hearkening. You see what I'm saying? So let's continue. Let's go back to Second Esdras. All right, Second Esdras chapter 9 and chapter 5 and verse 9. It says, and salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber. All right. And I was listening to one brother. All right. I was listening to one brother. He was talking about this one Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Eve was in the grocery store. You see what I'm saying? And she's getting creeped out. You see what I'm saying? She's getting weirded out because Jokers is approaching her cart. Okay, and she couldn't have had no more than than maybe 8 items. All right, 8 to 10 items inside that cart. All right, but she's got 2 cases of water. All right, 2 cases of water. She's got a bunch of dog food. You see what I'm saying? And you got these 2 Edomites that approached her and was talking about, oh, you must be blessed. You know what I'm saying? One said, oh, you must be blessed. You got a cart full of stuff. You see what I'm saying? And another one said, oh, wow, you got a whole bunch of stuff inside your cart. You know what I'm saying? All right. But when you're paying to the camera, there's barely much in there. All right. There's barely anything in there. You see what I'm saying? But it lets you know the climate that we're entering into, man. All right. The climate that's coming where people are going to fight each other, man. It says that friends shall fight one against each other like enemies, man. You see what I'm saying? And all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself in its secret chambers, man. When the time comes, all right, and all this hell is breaking loose and shit hits the fan, all right, you're not going to see the prophets no more. You're not going to hear the words of wisdom. You're not going to hear the men reproving and correcting. You see what I'm saying? That day is over. That time is over, man. See what I'm saying? That time is over. Verse 10, and shall be sought of many, and yet shall not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinuity be multiplied upon earth, man. The wickedness is going to be multiplied, man. All right. She's sitting here. She's afraid. All right. She's hiding somewhere in the aisles. You know what I'm saying? Making this whole TikTok or this video or whatever. She's recording herself. And she's thinking, I got to get to my car. I got to get on home. You know what I'm saying? And this is happening. This is happening in a time where you can still go to the store. All right. You can still go to Aldi's. You know what I'm saying? You can still go to John's. You can still go to Wegmans. You see what I'm saying? You can still go to these different places. All right. And you can still get your groceries, man. All right. But as we was listening, I was listening to this one farmer, all right, this one farmer chick, you know what I'm saying? And she's talking about they're cutting all these different programs, all right? And these different programs affect more than just than just Keisha, you know what I'm saying? It's affecting everybody. It's affecting the farms. It's affecting the different businesses, all right, the different pantries, okay, that help those that's in need. Okay, so it's going to be everyone. Everyone's going to be suffering. You see what I'm saying? Everyone's going to be suffering, and it's only a matter of time, man. It's only a matter of time, and Keisha's gonna want to find that protection. All right, but Esau put you in a trick bag with this feminism. You see what I'm saying? So now there's nobody here to come to your rescue when the time is needed. You see what I'm saying? When you really need a man, now you're going to realize that you need a man. Now you're going to realize that there is no wisdom in being single. All right. I did that other video yesterday. Dealing with Keisha. All right, who had that question? Do men still love women? No. We don't love what you become. You see what I'm saying? We like women. We love women. But we don't love what this modern age woman has become. See what I'm saying? That's why nobody's coming to your aid. That's why nobody's coming to your rescue, man. All right. When you do all these things and you call a man creepy for assisting you in the gym, offering his assistance in the gym, or just looking in your direction for a split second, man. All right. There's a famous YouTuber right now. A famous YouTuber that I've followed throughout the years. His name is Corey Kenshin. You know what I'm saying? All right. His name is Corey Kenshin. He was promoting this young woman's business of braiding hair and all that stuff, right? And twisting and all that garbage, right? Well, it's not garbage, but it's her business, right? And the internet is trying to cancel him because for a split second, his eyes grazed her butt. His eyes grazed her butt, her body. You see what I'm saying? All right. And then you turn around and you wonder why nobody's protecting you, why nobody's defending you, why nobody's coming to your aid. You see what I'm saying? Because it's only a matter of time, man. And there's only but so much. There's only but so much that men will take. You see what I'm saying? It's only but so much, man. All right? It says that minstrous women shall bring forth monsters, man. All right? And of course, it's talking about these children with deformities, but it's also talking about these children these kids that's fucked up in the head, man. You see what I'm saying? They're messed up in the head. They can't. They have no manners. All right, no manners. They have no decorum. All right, and this is the product of what's known as the single black woman. All right, the single mother. All right, see what I'm saying? And all of this is ending up in a problematic situation. All right, where the whole world is now in this pickle. I won't say that, but but in this whole spot where the youth the youth are in this position where they don't respect authority. All right, they don't think first before they act. Okay, and this has become a problem, man. This is why we say you 2/3 have got to be taken out, man. You got to be taken out the picture, right? Verse 10 again, and shall be found, slack, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth. One land also shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say, no. All right. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. Men shall hope, but nothing's going to be obtained. No one's going to attain that hope. Everybody's going to be trying to hold on to what they had. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's going to be trying to hold on to what was. All right, what once was in times past. Like we say, like I said before, you know what I'm saying? All these people out here complaining on TikTok, you know what I'm saying, making their videos, all right, complaining, upset, belly aching and shit like that. All right. Well, guess what, man? In the times that's coming, they're going to be looking at this time where they're complaining and where they're belly aching. They're going to be looking at this time and they're going to be like, man, I missed that time. You see what I'm saying? I missed the time when I could still go to the store. I missed the time when I could still call the cops. I missed the time when I could still drink my beer or do this or do that, go to the club. You know what I'm saying? I could still go out at night. I could still do whatever. All right. And those things is going to be looked for, man. Nobody's going to find them no more. All right. Those days is over. We already told you that that shit done changed after the year 2019. Everything changed after 2019, man. You're not going back to that time. You're not going back to that time. Right. At the same time, shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. All right. They shall hope, they won't obtain, they're going to labor, but they're not going to prosper. All right. And we're already seeing all these businesses that's being shut down, right? All these businesses shutting down, all these things, all these things that people put their trust in and put their hope in. All right. That's falling apart, man. How much more when the prophets are off the scene? All right. Let's go here to Jeremiah. All right, let's get the famous scripture, man. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 5. Start at verse 5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble." All right, but he shall be saved out of it, man. All right, he shall be saved out of it. You got these jokers out here. All right, like I just did a video before I came to camp. All right, I just did a video before I came to camp, right? And this silly woman is talking about, let's go over to the west part of America, and we'll be safe. We'll be safe from all the calamities that's coming upon this place. We'll be safe from all the destruction. We'll be safe from all the famine. We'll be safe from all the evil, from all the pestilence, from all the nukes. All right, you're not gonna be safe from none of that, man. None of that. You see what I'm saying? If you're putting your trust in your own hands, you see what I'm saying, and not putting it in the Lord, right? Jeremiah 25 and 4. "And the Lord Yahweh hath sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them. But ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear to hear. They said, Turn ye again now, every one from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land of the Lord Yahweh, have given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever." All right. And you got this chick, she'll take that, she will take something like that, and she'll say, "Oh, well, you see, that means that that this place America is our land. This place America is our home." No, it's not. This is the land of confusion. You see what I'm saying? This is the land of confusion. Babylon. All right? Babylon, the word Babylon comes from the word Babal. That's Hebrew, which means confusion. You see what I'm saying? Slovakia. Don't know what's going on with that. Let's get this here in the book of Isaiah chapter 43 and let's get verse 4. It says, since thou was precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee and people for thy life. Fear not, verse 5, fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. You see what I'm saying? And gather thee from the west, man. All right? It's from the east and the west. All right? Both sides. You see what I'm saying? And that's talking about the whole of the world, man. Not America. Not America. It's talking about the world. All right? Not just the city, the world, pray. You see what I'm saying? Verse 6. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth, man. All right? And you think that, you're gonna be here, all right, and you're gonna call it a day. You're gonna set up shop in over in the West Plains somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Talk about we're gonna be safe. because we're in our land. All right, come on, man. Come on, man. The Lord is going to regather us and bring us back to the east. He's going to bring us back home to where our land is in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is not here in America. See what I'm saying? That's not where it is. That's not where it is, man. All right. Verse 7. All right, Isaiah 43 and 7. Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. Yeah, I have made him. All right. So the Lord made, he set up his elect, man. Oh, that's over in the book of Romans. Let's get that. All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 7. Let's start at verse 4 and jump down. Verse 4. It says, "But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal." Verse 5. Even so, even so then at this present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace. All right, jump down, verse 7. What then? If Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. All right, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. You see what I'm saying? And that's the point, man. Not everyone's gonna get it. Not everyone's gonna get it on this side, man. All right. So all you Israelites, you know what I'm saying, that's walking around talking about let's build a community, you know what I'm saying? Let's bring our funds together, let's do this, let's do that, so we can, you know, we could go and we can start an Israelite community type thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna get you nowhere. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be brought to naught, right? All right, Salaki, I just thought of a precept, trying to find it. Um Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8, it says, "But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right arm of my righteousness." All right. So so that's clearly the Lord telling you that he's coming back to regather his saints, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's go here to the book of Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 30. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. As a matter of fact, let's start at verse 29. Matthew 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. All right. And that's gonna be this gonna be when World War III takes place, man. All right. When World War III takes place and all these nations are fighting each other, okay, that's when the Lord's going to return, man. All right, because the heavens is talking about these other nations, man. It's talking about these major kingdoms, these major nations that's coming to fight each other. You see what I'm saying? You got Russia right now that's being dragged into this conflict. You see what I'm saying? You got of course America that's being dragged into this conflict. You got North Korea, all right, China, all these different places, all these different nations are coming down to the valley, man, and they come to fight. You see what I'm saying? Verse 30. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and with great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. You see what I'm saying? So all of this is going to culminate. It's going to happen at what? During the time of World War III, when it reaches its heat, when it reaches its peak. See what I'm saying? Let's go ahead to Second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 13. How you doing? Have a good one, man. Second Esdras chapter 13. All right, and let's start at verse 6. It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. All right, so when this happens, all right, all these soldiers and all these people out here that's out there fighting, you know what I'm saying, over there in the wars, all right, they're going to see the Son of Man coming. They're going to be afraid. They're going to be terrified. All right, but the Lord is going to still put the Spirit upon them to go and fight them. You see, continuing on, it says, verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks of tempest. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. All right, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden, of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. All right, so the prophet Ezra is watching as the Lord Yahushua vaporizes all these different fleets. You see what I'm saying? You got these B-2 bombers, you got the F-16s. You see what I'm saying? All these great fighter jets. All right, all this great weaponry from not just America, but from Russia, from China. All right, from all the NATO countries. You see what I'm saying? And they're all going to see this, and they're all going to fight it. All right, they're all going to fight, and they're all going to be vaporized, man. Okay? You know what I'm saying? This isn't going to be some long, drawn out. This isn't going to be some long, drawn out fight. You know what I'm saying? Some dog fight like they showed in the movie Independence Day. You see what I'm saying? Now, the Lord is going to make a grand entrance. All right, the Lord's gonna make a grand entrance, but this fighting it ain't gonna be no long drawn out thing. You know what I'm saying? Where there's casualties on both sides. No, hell no, no, no. The Lord's about to come in. All right, he's about to show, like my mother used to say, he's about to show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? That's what's finna happen. He's about to show up and he's about to show out, man. All right. Verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And that's talking about his saints. That's talking about his saints, man. It's talking about those, all right, those that's going to be gathered from the north countries, the southern countries, the eastern countries, the western countries. You know what I'm saying? All right. The Lord's going to regather his saints, man. We just read that in the book of Matthew, chapter 24. All right. Verse 30. It says, he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. All right. People are going to be afraid. People are going to be astonished. They're going to be shocked. All right. Shocked, completely shocked, man. They're not going to know what to do, man. They're not going to know what to say. All right. That yes, all these things that these men were talking about, it's real. You see what I'm saying? It's real. He's real. The angels are real. All right. They don't look the way we thought they was gonna look. You see what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, so far beyond all that they looked for. Right? Verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the sign shall happen which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when did the Lord Yahushua ascend? He ascended, all right, in the book of Acts. He ascended after he was resurrected from the grave, all right. When he resurrected and he dealt with the apostles for for about 40 days, right? So that's a little over a month. You see what I'm saying? So a little over a month he dealt with the apostles. You know what I'm saying? With his disciples who would become apostles. All right. And imagine the things that he showed these men. All right, the things that he explained to them. All right, all the things that he couldn't make clear before, he was making them clear now. All right, and that was all the things that they need. That was all that they needed to lay down their lives. You know what I'm saying, and be murdered in the most gruesome ways. All right, because they saw it. They saw for themselves what the Lord is able to do. They walked with the Lord. You see what I'm saying? They saw the miracles firsthand, man. They was given power on how to do these things that Yahweh Shai was able to do. All right. Verse verse 33. Oh yeah. And and like I said, he was dwelling with the disciples for 40 days. All right. Then he ascended. All right. And then the scriptures speak about the two angels. All right. The two angels was talking to the disciples who was watching him. All right. The men that was watching him ascend up into heaven, and they saw this massive chariot. It calls it a cloud. Calls it a cloud, but we know according to the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? All right, precept upon precept is talking about these so-called UFOs. See what I'm saying? So these so-called UFOs are spoken of in the scriptures, man. All right. So when it says he came up, he ascended into a cloud, a great cloud, that's what the disciples saw. All right, the disciples witnessed it. Okay. And then the angel said, why standest thou looking up into heaven? All right, this same Yahushua Mashiach is coming down. He's gonna come down the same way. All right, the same way he left, he's coming back the same exact way, man. And this is what it's talking about here in the book of Second Ezra, when the prophet Ezra had seen this years before that. You see what I'm saying? All right. Verse 33, 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. So China and Russia fighting against America, you know what I'm saying? North Korea fighting against South Korea, all right? Which I speculate South and North Korea will be together. So I've been saying that, all right? But all these nations are gonna be fighting against America, all right? You got Iran. Iran is gonna be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have all these different countries. India is gonna be in the mix. Everyone's gonna be in the mix. All right? They're gonna be in the mix, man. You see what I'm saying? And then all these nations simultaneously are gonna stop what they're doing. They're gonna stop the fight, all right, fighting each other, and they're gonna aim it straight at Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and the angels. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And all this, all right, all this is gonna be televised, man. All this is gonna be televised. All this is gonna be live streamed. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be everywhere, man. People gonna see it. People gonna see it. They're gonna see the marvelous things, man. Because when the scriptures say that the time shall come that no more, you know, people will no more talk about the time when the Lord had gathered his saints from the land of Egypt. All right. But he gathered them from the land of the north and from all the different places around the world, man. Okay? That's what it's gonna be the new Passover. All right. It's gonna be a new glory, a new glorious story, man. You know what I'm saying? A heroic story, right? Verse 34, 2nd Ezra 13, and verse 34 reads, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. All right. And we're seeing all these nations being gathered, man. All right. Amalek is gathering all these nations. He's forcing all these nations, man. You see what's going down with them Gazans. You see what's going down with Benjamin Malakowski. All right. You see what's going down. See what I'm saying? People know, people no longer trust America. People no longer trust, you know what I'm saying, the different treaties that they had with America, the different agreements. All right. Because how are you gonna go and what's the word? How are you gonna go and have an agreement with a snake? You see what I'm saying? Somebody who reneges off of his own word. All right. He doesn't honor his own word. So you can't keep that going, man. All right. You can't keep that going because there's no trust there. All right. You would be a fool. Let's get let's get Jeremiah chapter 51. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. All right. Verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right? The nations are mad at this. See what I'm saying? Why would we continue to do business with you if you can't even agree with your own terms? All right, if you can't even follow your own writings, you see what I'm saying? The things that you promised. You see what I'm saying? So that's how business is. That's all this is. This is business, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is putting it this way. All right. Scripture said that the Lord mustered the host of the battle. Right. Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. All right. And when you see all these tariffs, when you see all these when you see all the famines that's coming, all right, the things that's going to befall this place, all right. You know, you look at the increasing of prices, price of goods, price of food, all right, price of appliances. You know what I'm saying? There's no fixing this. There's no fixing this, man. You think that Trump, all right, Trump is going, let's say hypothetically, Trump takes away all these tariffs, right? Trump takes it all away. Do you really think that all these other nations are going to now trust Babylon the Great after what just happened? All right. Will all these other nations trust Babylon the Great for what is done? Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Shalak Vayam, Wa Anashim, Wa Harakim, Wa Abajim, Wa Mashapatya. Law that wicked demon. See what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. See what I'm saying? So let's go ahead in verse 9. It says, we would have healed Babylon. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. All right? The Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare it, Zion, the work of the Lord, our power. All right? It's time to declare these things, man. And that's what the prophets are here to do. That's what the prophets are here to do, man. The prophets are here to continue to continue to chant down Babylon the Great, man. All right, to continue to declare the the great and wonderful day of our Lord's return. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let me get this here in the book of Isaiah. All right, Isaiah chapter 60, chapter 61, Salakia. All right, Isaiah chapter 61 and 1, it says, the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. Check this out, verse 2. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. Okay? So that's what we're here for, man. We're here to come in the same stead, all right, the same spirit that our Lord Yahweh Shai, was in, man. You see what I'm saying? Because we come in that spirit of the good shepherd. All right. And the Lord said, I am that good shepherd. And we are his servants, and we're coming in his stead. That makes us in a lot of shepherds, man. So we have to do good by the flock. Just like Yahweh Shai told Apostle Peter, he said, if you love me, feed my sheep, feed my lambs, feed my flock, man. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're tasked with. All right. Verse 3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified, man. All right. And this is a very serious office that we have been called in. All right. We've been called into this prophecy, all right, or called into this office to prophesy. Slaki. See what I'm saying? So, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I wanted to touch on that, just let the spirit flow. All right. But we're seeing these things, man. We're seeing all these prophecies come to pass, and it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to witness and understand that we're in that time, and we're blessed to be in that. We're blessed to be in this position of being able to see it. All right. The same way our forefathers wished to see these days, man, to see these times. All right. But the Lord blessed us to see. All right. The Lord He allowed us to witness these things, man, to witness the downfall of this kingdom, to see this place losing its prestige around the world, to lose its respect around the world. You see what I'm saying? All right. And all these Edomites can do is lash out. See what I'm saying? All these Edomites can do is try and hold on to what they once had. All right. That's why you had that Edomite. That's why you had that Edomite do the whole rev up right behind me. You see what I'm saying? To make all that noise. And then he drove real close to me to make sure that it was the loudest that he could get it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because these jokers know that their time is up. They know that the Israelites are on the rise. All right, that the Israelites are going to come back and reclaim what is rightfully theirs, man. See what I'm saying? And these Edomites are going into captivity, man. There's no getting around that. Ain't no getting around that. All right, it's written. Jeremiah, let's get that. Let's end it off with this. Jeremiah chapter 30. All right, let's get verse 16. All right, Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. That's talking about all these Edomites, all these Moabites, all these Ishmaelites, all these Ammonites, all these Elamites, everybody, man. You see what I'm saying? Every one of them shall go into captivity, and they shall spoil thee, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh. Because they called thee an they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. All right? And that's beautiful, man. And that's what we're here for, man. We the prophets, okay? Seek the Lord while he may be found. All right, because there ain't gonna be much of this left. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect, all right, of the nation of Israel. This has been your brothers, Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kudash. Double honors into the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.